It is November the 3rd, and we are in the month of November, obviously, doing our daily devotionals. If you haven't already, make sure that you share this, tag somebody in the Facebook, or somebody that needs to be a part of our daily devotional. So today's devotional is entitled Wait Upon the Lord and Believe Unexpected Hope Will Come. And it is coming from Psalm 130 based on 135. It's a pretty short psalm. It is a song of ascents, which is not typically a description that you find for a psalm. But there are very good points to it. So in the devotional, the writer talked about having a sport injury and being waiting on the Lord for healing, and that how much pain they were in, and often when we are in need of something, whether it be healing, provisions, or guidance, we often feel like we are isolated. We may become depressed and anxious. But we know that in Luke 12 that we should not be anxious for anything, because why do we worry? Because the Lord dresses the lilies, will he not dress us? And so there are 4 points that I would like to share with you on Psalm 130. And the first point is that the writer, the psalmist, says, Lord, please hear me. And so he is desperate for the Lord to hear him. He says, out of the depths I cry to you, Lord. Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive. So there are 3 different pleas for God to pay attention. And then the second point is that even though we are sinful, we have the expectation of forgiveness. So, and this is where he says, but with you there is forgiveness, so that we can with reverence serve you. So it's not just that we are serving God in reverence, in awe, or in fear, like we're afraid of him, but really and truly what we're doing is we're honoring and respecting God, and just his mercy in that he would forgive us at all, right? So the third point, and this is the one that the devotion is based on, is I'm waiting on you, Lord, and I have faith you will come. And so what it says in the psalm is, I wait for the Lord, my whole being waits, and in his word I put my hope. I wait for the Lord more than a watchman wait for the morning, more than a watchman waits for the morning. So in the order and design that God has placed it, we know that after the night is daybreak, morning. We can expect morning to come. We know it's coming. It's on the way. It is in God's design that is going to happen. So we know that we can put our faith in the Lord, our hope in the Lord. But more than that, it repeats the fact that we are waiting on the Lord. And so in waiting, we know that God is coming, but we know that waiting is not passive, it's not inactive. It does matter how we wait. And we should wait with expectation, with hope, with unfailing hope in the Lord. Because in Psalm 30 it says that, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And so we see just this natural depiction of morning as the time after the night, but also morning is also means that that it is a it is a bright joy after a night of distress. And I found that in Strong's Concordance. And so not only do we have expectation and hope that we know that God is coming in his order and in his design, but we know that joy is coming after this night of distress. And finally, the fourth point is this, that we put our hope in the Lord, because with him is love and redemption. Only God will redeem us, ransom us, deliver us, and rescue us from our sins. And so we see that in Colossians 1:13 and 14, where it says that, for he has rescued us from the dominion of darkness and brought us into the kingdom of the Son he loves, in whom we have redemption, the forgiveness of sins. And not just one sin, but all sins. And so even in Psalm 130, they hope for the time when God would redeem us, all of our sins covered with his forgiveness. So be blessed. Know that if you are going through a stressful time, that God is listening to you. God acknowledges you. He is very loving. His love never fails. But he is bringing joy in the morning. He is bringing hope. You have hope that God will fulfill his promises. Be blessed. Don't forget to join us tomorrow, again at 7 a.m. and invite somebody you know that needs a word from God. God bless.